Friends, the movie I'm going to explain today is a very different type of horror comedy movie named Huibut the Goofy Ghost, and this movie was released in 2006. The time of 1399 is shown at the start of the movie. The movie is set in a castle where Huibut, Adler and his friend are sitting and gambling. He is there and puts his all at stake, and seeing him, Adler also puts his all at stake. He bets on the bet while his partner loses. Then Adler shows his cards. He thinks he has won and starts collecting all the goods. Then he tells him to stop and shows his cards. He asks him to stop and shows his cards, and he says that my cards are bigger. That's why I have won, and he puts all the goods in a basket. He calls a servant and tells him. He says that all this wealth should go to the poor, distribute them. Then when Huibut starts to leave, Adler stands up and shakes hands with him. He gets suspicious of Huibut. So he holds his hand and shakes it very hard with Huibut. All the hidden cards fall down. Seeing this, Adler gets angry and takes out his sword. Huibut takes out his sword, but his sword breaks. Then she goes there, he picks up things to hit Adler and runs away. When Adler's partner stops him, he tries to escape. Adler and his companions try very hard to kill Huibut. He escapes every time. Then they point a sword at him and he goes to the window and says that you people have misunderstood, and if I have cheated even a little bit, then I will be held guilty. Lightning, it will strike and wreak havoc. Then we see that lightning strikes him at that very moment and he burns to ashes. Adler and his companions start leaving. Then Huibut's ghost arrives, seeing whom they get scared. Adler slips from the window and falls into the river below falls, and then we are shown a time period of 500 years later when the castle and is now in ruins. In the next scene, we see that the old servant of the castle, Castellan, is doing his work. When Huibut tries to scare him, but he is not scared and tells Huibut to stop doing such things in this house and go somewhere else and do some proper work. But he tells Huibut that he is from this area. I am the only certified booth. I want to scare people when I want to scare someone. The bell rings. Huibut gets happy that now I will scare someone when the castle opens the door. The man walks straight in and the castle opens. He asks, who are you and how did you get in? Have you entered? The man tells him that I am Julius, the king of this castle. Didn't you get my telegram? It's not that one, maybe it's misplaced. Then he enters the statue and starts threatening the king. Then the Castellan covers it with a cloth. Julius calls his servants inside and they start cleaning the castle by keeping his stuff away. Julius tells Castellan that this evening my guest is coming at 5 o'clock. Castellan asks him, why have you left your palace, come here? So he tells that there was a fire there and it burned down, so I came here and now my marriage will also take place here. Huibut enters a pitcher to scare Julius, so Castellan takes the pitcher with him. When Julius asks him, he tells him that there is a rat in it. Then he takes him to a room and takes Huibut out. And tells him that you are embarrassing me. Huibut, he says they are cleaning the palace, which I don't like at all, and he says that I have the license of this place which I cannot share with any fake king. I will scare him away from here. Julius hears this, but ignores it. Then King's manager comes there, who is very angry. Julius tells him to leave, and tells him that Limora is coming here, so get the place cleaned up right away. Huibut tries very hard to scare everyone, but no one is scared. Then a child named Tommy comes in front of him, seeing whom Huibut runs away in fear. That child immediately goes and tells his mother that I have seen a ghost in this palace. In the next scene, Huibut finds his book and looks for ways to scare someone. Then he likes one idea and plans to scare Julius with it. Meanwhile, King Julius is getting ready to welcome his future queen and tells his manager that he will propose to Leonora tomorrow. He says, I will propose to Leonora tomorrow. Then he sees that Leonora has arrived. When he goes to meet her, Huibut comes to scare him. But he is not afraid. And then he goes away from there and tells Huibut that you are not afraid at all. Hearing this, Huibut is very Julius's manager receives the gift of the palace to Leonora, but she does not like the palace and says that I will change it. Then she goes inside to meet Julius. When Julius is going to welcome Leonora, he teases him by pushing him down the stairs and puts a sausage in his hand instead of flowers. Julius also makes a mistake in speaking. Julius sees the sausage and quickly makes up a story. Leonora gets angry and walks away. She leaves. In the next scene, Leonora's maid Constancia is getting Leonora ready for the party. She asks her, have I finished all my work? Can I also come to the party tonight? Lenora intentionally throws all the pearls on the ground scattered and tells Castinia that if you choose all of them then come back to Lenora when she goes to the party. Julius welcomes her and Lenora tells him that strange sounds are heard here. Is there a ghost here? But Julius brushes him off. Huibutt sits upstairs and watches all this. He doesn't like all this and says that I will trouble Julius even more. Modi, after being selected, guests Inzia and Tommy also go to the party. There Julius is talking to them when Lenora sees this gets angry. Then Julius takes his drink and goes to give a speech. There he is praising Lenora, but when he drinks, he starts doing weird things. Everyone is worried about what happened to Julius. Lenora asks him you are fine, but he keeps behaving strangely. This angers her and she leaves. She leaves in anger. Julius's manager Charles slaps him hard on the back, which brings him back to consciousness. He is sober. He understands what happened to him. Then he goes to the kitchen and tries to get the ghost out. But it doesn't come out. Then Julius eats pepper, which makes him get the ghost out. He goes to the kitchen. He tells Julius that he is absolutely fine. If he still doesn't want to be scared, he tries to scare him. He shows his license and says that he is the only ghost in this palace for the last 500 years. Julius throws the license in the fire and burns it. Then we see that a ghost comes there and tells Huibutt that I have come from the ghost office. You show me your license, and asks him that why haven't you chased these humans away from here yet by scaring them? And he tells Huibutt that you only get doors. You ghosts, can you give the exam and get your license again? And he also takes his chain and keys so that he will not be able to use any of his power. On the other hand, we see that Julius gives guest India flowers and asks her to give them to Leonora and apologizes and tells Leonora to take her to dinner the next day. All the servants downstairs are asking for their money, so he takes them to the royal treasury, but when they go there and look, the entire royal treasury is empty. There is nothing in it. He asks the castellan and he tells him that he sold the remaining jewelry for tonight's party. Hearing this, everyone leaves from there. In the next scene, Lenora casts a spell on a statue and the statue starts speaking. She tells him that our plan has succeeded. Tomorrow evening Julius will propose to me and then we will take over this palace. In the second scene, Tommy tells Castiglia that he has seen a ghost in this palace. I have also met my father, but Castiglia explains to him that after death a person goes to heaven, there are no ghosts. Julius is on the roof of the palace where Huibutt is sitting. Julius gets angry at Huibutt and tells him to leave. Go. Huibutt says yes, I will go quickly. I will go because you have burnt my license. Without him I am nothing, and now they will set me free. Julius sorry to him. Tommy goes to his room to find Huibutt. He sees Huibutt and Julius talking through the window. Huibutt tells Julius that there's a lock in this palace and a treasure too, but that room can only be opened from inside. Julius tells him that you are a ghost, so go inside and open the door, but Hui tells him that there is a door for ghosts. The officer has taken away the key from me, with the help of which I could have entered inside the wall. Julius makes him practice a lot, but he can't go through the wall. Huibutt tells him about his exam and teaches him his paper. So Julius answers some of his questions. So Huibutt tells him that you should give my exam. But Julius tells him that how will I go to the world of ghosts? So Huibutt tells him to disguise himself as ghost. Tommy hides inside the vehicle. Then Julius and Huibutt go to the ghost world with Tommy in their car. He had sneaked in and he follows them and leaves. Julius and Huibutt take the elevator and go to the ghost licensed floor. For identification of ghosts, one has to break one's hand and put it on the machine, seeing which Julius gets scared and says I will not break my hand, but someone gives him a mummy's hand which they found on the way. When Julius puts mummy's hand on the machine is details which belong to some king of Messers. Julius tells them that he is in disguise. People believe him and give him the form. Tommy goes to a service operator and asks about his dad's ghost, and as a token he gives him a toy his dad had given him, so she tells him that there is no such ghost as registered here. On the other hand, Julius and Huibutt go to the exam hall to take the test. When they get the paper, they exchange it. but the person in front of them ghost sees them and corrects their paper again with his paper. Some ghost tries hard to cheat, but the examiner doesn't let him cheat. Julius teases the ghost sitting in front of him and blames the ghost sitting next to him, which leads to a fight in the exam hall. Then Julius solves all of Huibut's paper by hiding under the table. Then Huibut tells him that there is still one more practical exam left and you will help me in that. Just then Julius hears a strange sound. So he goes in that direction despite Huibut's refusal. Huibut tells him that in this place ghosts are punished. Then they are put into a soup of souls. So lately, the ghost officer arrives there and says that he can smell a human. The ghost recognizes Julius, but Julius run away from there. The ghost asks the guards to catch them. Then Tommy tricks the guards and takes them to the lift. Huibut explains the plan to them that I will have to scare all of you and this will be my practical exam. But he doesn't understand the plan. So Julius tells him another plan. He says I'll take Lenora out and Tommy will go to town with his mother and you scare Castleton away into the house. But he doesn't understand the plan. So Julius tells him another plan. He says I'll take Lenora out and Tommy will go to town with his mother and you scare Castleton away into the house. In the next scene we see that the ghost officer comes to Lenora. She asks him how they ran away in fear and calls ghost catchers. Tommy saw the ghost catchers from above. Huibut goes into a room and sees food items there. He immediately runs to eat, then a cage falls on him and the ghost catchers arrive. Tommy is watching all this when he hears a voice from behind. He hides in a cupboard. Lenora arrives and Huibut tells her that when Julius finds out about all this it won't be good for you, but Lenora says who will tell him all this. Then they trap Huibut in a machine. When Lenora leaves, Tommy comes and slowly starts to take the machine out, but they see him. But Tommy quickly closes the door to roam. Then the machine falls down the stairs and breaks and Huibut comes out. Huibut and Tommy, they lock them in a drum and throw them in water. Tommy tells Huibut that his dad is there. Huibut explains to him that good people don't become ghosts. In the next scene Castellan tells Castiglione that Julius is calling you. Then Tommy goes to her and says that you should tell King Julius that you love him, and he says that I am just a maid, can't do this. Huibut hears all this and Tommy says that I will make everything right. While Stanzia goes to the juniors, Huibut goes there and tries to bring them closer. Meanwhile, Lenora arrives there. When she leaves, Stanzia quickly leaves from there. She leaves. When Huibut goes to the kitchen, the ghost comes there. He tells Huibut that the test is to be held at 12 o'clock. Why have you come now? Have you come? He tells the ghosts that I have come not to take an exam, but to take revenge, because 500 years ago you told me to live my life. Then he takes off his mask and Huibut sees that it was Adler. Adler says I've been waiting for this moment for the last 500 years. After that Adler grabs Tommy and tells him that if you don't come in this cage, then I will punish this kid by making him go to the ghost town. He goes inside it. In the next scene, Leonora and Julius are having dinner and Julius asks Leonora out, but she refuses and tells Julius that if you want to propose, do it. He says that we should not decide on marriage in such a hurry, but that's when everything starts shaking. Julius and Castellan think he is Huibut. So Lenora tells them that he must be cooking in a soup of souls right now, and then she calls Adler and introduces him to him. She tells him that he is my great-great-grandfather. Sir Adler is the one with whom Huibut got this information. He had taken it away after winning by deceit. Hearing this, Julius and Castellan go to save Huibut. When they start going to the ghost town, Adler captures Julius. They take Castiglione there too. Then Adler goes into a wall and opens it from inside. There is a lot of treasure there. Lenora goes to the treasury and says that we have to kill Julius, because this castle is still in his name. Adler tells her that ghosts can't kill humans, so Lenora starts hitting Julius, but his target is startled and they open the truck's door and flee. On the other hand, we see that Huibut is about to get then a plan comes to her mind. She likes the same exam fighter in the other case very much. Huibut Kokus arrives and gets angry and starts breaking things and frees Huibut and takes the keys from the security officer and he goes towards the palace and Julius and the others are there. The guards are after everyone. They are not able to escape from them. Then Huibut comes there and saves them. Then the people are going when Lenora starts shooting arrows at them. Then Castiglione kicks a piece of wood, causing debris to fall on Leonora. They take Castle out of the room. Meanwhile, Adler arrives and at his signal all guards attack them. On the other side Huibut and Adler are fighting with each other. Julius and Castiglione fight the guards. As they proceed to fight, Charles arrives to help them and breaks all the guards. But Adler fixes them again. Lenora arrives and shoots Julius with an arrow. Castiglione sees this and is terrified. She confesses that she is in love with him. She gives him a hug. But Julius says that nothing has happened to me, I am fine. Huibut tells them that Lenora has become a ghost so she can't kill you. Then we see that officers from the ghost world arrive there. They arrest Adler and Lenora. They want to take Officer Huibut with them, but Tommy steps forward and says don't take him. He's my friend and he's the scariest thing in this castle. If everyone else also testifies to this, the officer says that it's okay, he can stay here because he has also scored very good marks in the exam. They give him his keys and chain and give Tommy his dad's message and return the toy to him. They are very happy. Julia then proposes to Castiglione and they get married, and with that the movie ends with that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. We're thrilled to announce our upcoming series, The Puranas, Origin of Culture and Civilization. Dive into the fascinating stories, timeless wisdom, and vibrant legends of Indian mythology. Explore the lives of gods, demons, sages, and the lessons they bring to our modern lives. It's a journey you don't want to miss. Stay tuned, and see you soon in the magical world of the Puranas. Until next time, take care and stay curious.